What is going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today, sorry for the lack of videos this week. It has been extremely crazy with my own job in terms of having to make now videos for that, and then those need to come first because those have like real true deadlines and everything. And it's been crazy, especially because it is Golden Week here in Japan, and so it's finally over today though, so things are finally getting back to normal next week. Not what I expected, but regardless, I did want to cover this because this is some big stuff that's coming up that I think on the surface, a lot of people are probably just saying, what's the point of even talking about this? Just skip. I still just want to go over the information and kind of give you guys my thoughts and opinions on these two cards that are coming to Global, because they're in a really weird placement right now and situation where the cards themselves are actually really good, and I to this day enjoy using these cards a lot. So let's go ahead and just get down to business and everything. Let's cover everything that we know and just kind of give my overall opinions and thoughts. And before maybe even this video even continues on, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And I'm also going to put a poll in the top right corner of the video. Are you going to summon on Goku Day for the SSJ3 Goku and the Majin Vegeta? They're both Super Saiyan 2s, but they transform. You get the idea. So regardless, let's get into this right now. All right, first starting off, I think in order to get you guys a little bit of hyped for the global celebration, that they are actually bringing down some countdown special missions. These are not on JP at all. Like, it's not happening. So I guess Goku Day is in 3 days from now here in Japan. It's on Friday. So maybe we'll get some little extra stone mission or something. But for you guys have been having this countdown thing for the last couple of days actually now, because it's currently the 6th at the time of this recording of this video. And as you guys can see, this all started back on the 2nd. So, but they are giving you guys tickets. And because this is going to be a dual Dokkan Fest banner, you guys will be getting tickets with your summon, which is pretty cool. That's one thing that every single JP player unanimously can agree that we all wish we got tickets on our summons. So, regardless, it is what it is. But anyway, so this is pretty cool. That's going to be counting down and everything. And then this will be released on the 9th, I believe, for Global, which again is Goku Day. Go as in 5 and Q as in 9, which is 5-9. May the 9th, which is Goku in Japanese, actually. So that's where it comes from. If you guys didn't know, just a little bit of a Japanese lesson for you. But anyway, let's go and take a look at what the big banners are. We are, of course, talking about Goku and Vegeta, okay? Now, we are going off the assumption that maybe they don't change the banner as much. If they do change it to look better, which I would kind of hope they would, because that'd be a smart business move and a smart move for you guys as well. So that way you guys might get some more value out of this banner if you choose to summon on it. And it's probably something that Katsuki probably should consider doing. Otherwise, they're not going to make you're never going to make top grossing with this banner. It barely made it on JP. I mean, it was New Year's, which is nice, and New Year's definitely has probably some of the best sales in the entire year, like even better than 5th year sometimes. Or even just any of the yearly celebrations. So it is nice to see potentially that they could do that. We'll have to wait and see. But regardless, here's what Goku's banner looked like. We're gonna go over it real quick, and we're gonna go over Vegeta's banner, kind of what the highs and the lows of it were, and then we're gonna go over their teams and everything. But before we do that though, I wanna take a look at the cards themselves, okay? So again, let's start with Goku, and we're gonna talk everything Goku banner, okay? So the brand new Goku, right? What does he do? Is there a point to you bringing this guy and actually summoning for him, right? So Goku, he brings a new category, shocking. He's the Other World Warriors category, Ki +3, stats up 170%. And he is also the Super Saiyan 3 category, Ki +3, stats up 150%. So that is a nice boost for the Super Saiyan 3 lead. Bardock is still 170 for attack and defense, but 130 HP. So Goku's a nice, more well-rounded unit. A little bit less attack and defense, but a little bit more HP, so it can make a difference sometimes for some of those events. Funny enough, though, you still want to have Bardock because at the beginning, this guy is Super Saiyan 2, which means he has Prepare for Battle, and not many Super Saiyan 3 units have Prepare for Battle, so definitely someone you want to keep an eye on right there. He raises attack for 1 turn, and he does immense damage, all right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what his passive does. So his passive skill is attack and defense up 100%. If you collect 3 orbs or more, then you'll get an additional 30% attack and defense. But do keep in mind, though, that 30% attack and defense does not kick in until after you've attacked, okay? So like if you put Goku into slot 1, you collect the 3 orbs, and there are 2 attacks before he gets his attack off. That's not calculated in yet. Then he attacks, and then that is added in there, okay? So do keep that in mind right there. And the more HP you have, the more defense you have for a total of 160, and the less HP you have, the more attack you have for a total of extra 60. So essentially, if you have full HP, you've got attack up 100 and defense up 160. And if you are, I don't know, 10% of your HP or, you know, less than that, then you will have 160% attack and 100% defense. And then of course, you can also factor in the 3 orbs to get you another 30%, okay? And again, when we say 3 orbs, you don't mean collecting, say, like an int and a rainbow orb, which is technically 3 on your key wheel, but it actually is not. 3 actual orbs you have to collect, okay? Links are pretty standard for any kind of Goku, but let's take a look what happens when he goes into Super Saiyan 3. So when he goes into Super Saiyan 3, obviously leader skill stays exactly the same, like we'd expect from anything. Super attack will greatly raise his attack for 1 turn, does immense damage with a high chance to stun. Then he gets attack and defense up 120%. He still keeps that whole more HP, more defense, less HP, more attack, okay, except it's bumped up to 77% now. And if you collect 3 orbs or more, then you will get a 33% chance to dodge the enemy's attack. And if you happen to collect 6 orbs, not only do you get that extra attack and defense and that dodge chance right there, but you will also make it a super effective against all types, which is pretty cool right there, all right? And the big thing is that he doesn't show on DBZ Space for some reason, but he does trade in Prepare for Battle for Over in a Flash. So keep that in mind right there when it comes to that. Now, in order to get him to transform, you have to go 3 turns or more, which is not too bad, right? 3 turns. But here is the kicker. In order to transform, when you arrive on your 3rd turn or whatever turn after that you come by, if your opponent is under 80% HP, guess what? You're not transforming. So it's, yeah, when we originally got this on JP, we all thought it wasn't too bad of a mechanic, but I do have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's fine. It's not the worst or anything. It's not gonna be having anyone call him garbage, but it's a lot left to be desired is what I will say. So yeah, anyway, so that is Goku in a nutshell right there, okay? Now this was his banner when he came to JP, okay? This is the first time actually that we got a 8-unit banner out actually with an LR on it, right? Usually with LRs, they like to do 10 units essentially, but with this, it was 8. So it was Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the new one. This new Gohan, he's technically Great Saiyaman. Yeah, his name's actually Great Saiyaman, so you can farm up a super attack, which is nice. And then when he goes into Super Great Saiyaman, Super Saiyan essentially, he becomes actually a pretty decent unit. He's 120% attack and defense, and then he will be a supportive unit for the Majin Buu categories, but only for super units. And then Deborah is the opposite. He's for extreme units, essentially. We'll get over him in just a second, all right? But he gives attack and defense up 30% for all of his allies on that particular category and 2 key, which is really nice. And then when he attacks, he has a high chance to seal them for 2 turns, which is pretty nice for something like Super Battle Road. Not the greatest of links, but again, because he's a support unit, he's kind of okay himself. So, you know, mileage may vary sometimes with him. Next is a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who, to my knowledge, had not returned. No, it had returned once. It was during the Tanabata banner for JP / the Go Bros banner, I believe, for Global, if I'm remembering correctly. Right? Yeah, I think so. No, wait, I don't even remember. No, maybe not. But anyway, regardless, Super Saiyan 4 Goku does come back on this banner. Then we start to get into some banners. Parts of this banner. So we got transforming AGL Goku. That is right. Everybody's favorite AGL transforming Goku is back for the gazillionth time. Yeah. Mileage may vary on that one. Then we've got UI Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, Super Saiyan 4 STR Goku, and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, which luckily he's not technically bad to have on the banner because again, he finally has his EZA, which actually does make him very good. So if you're somebody who doesn't have him, if you're newer to the game, then that's going to be pretty nice right there. But yeah, it's if you talk to anyone who has been playing this game for more than say 6 months to a year, pretty much everyone is saying to skip these banners, right? I don't think that's a secret to anybody. It really isn't. And myself personally, I'm not a fan of the banner, but I cannot deny that Goku is a very good unit. I really like using the Goku, especially when I go onto the following card, which I think is above this Goku actually, and this Goku's really nice on that particular team. We'll get into that right now though. And of course, I'm gonna be talking about the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, who is coming on the banner with him. Or sorry, on his other banners, okay? So let's take a look at what Vegeta does, because Goku and Vegeta at face value look pretty similar, but I think Vegeta has a lot more value going forward than Goku does. So anyway, let's take a look at what Vegeta does. He is the first ever Super Saiyan 2 category, He plus 3, stats up 170, or Revived Warriors category, He plus 3, stats up 150%, okay? Then he is going to be a little bit opposite of Goku. He raises his defense for 1 turn on super attack, and he does immense damage. Passive skill, attack and defense of 100%. This time, however, instead of like Goku was the more HP you had, the more defense. Vegeta is the more HP you have, the more attack you have, and the less HP you have, the more defense you have, okay? Up to a total of 60%. And he still keeps the same thing that Goku gets, which is if you collect 3 orbs or more, you get 30% attack and defense extra added on, which is pretty nice. Again, same rules apply as Goku. You need to attack first for that to kick in. All that fun stuff, all right? In order to transform into Majin Vegeta, you do need to do the same thing though. It's gonna be after 3 turns, but it's unfortunately the opponent has to have 80% HP or more. Okay, so anything below 80% HP on the opponents, you're not transforming, okay? I will mention one thing. It can be somewhat helpful in something like some of the Super Battle Road stages, you know, especially if you're fighting out against 5 units and there is still an opponent that has obviously like a full health bar. It can work out sometimes that way, but it can be pretty tricky to snag it on some of the stages where you're fighting 2-1-2 or something like that, or 2-2-2 or 2-2-1. It can be very hard to get these transformations off, so do keep that in mind, okay? So when he transforms into Majin Vegeta, though, he will greatly raise his defense for 1 turn. Still does immense damage with a high chance to stun. Then when he goes into his passive skill, again, very similar to Goku, attack and defense up 120. The more HP you have, the more attack. The less HP you have, the more defense. Then if you collect 3 orbs or more, then you will get super effectiveness against everybody. And if you get 6 orbs or more, then you will guard against everybody actually, which is pretty nice, all right? So that's what he does right there. That's about it. And then again, I'll go over the categories in just a second. So let's look at his banner real quick, okay? Kind of the same spot that Goku's banner is in, okay? New Vegeta is here, obviously. Then we have the Deborah, which is basically the exact opposite of what the Great Saiyaman is. He is going to be the Majin Buu Extreme Allies, E plus 2, stats up 30%. His own attack and defense up goes to 120. And then he has a high chance or a medium chance to stun for 2 turns, which is pretty nice just by attacking the opponent, which is pretty cool. Pretty lower defenses, garbage, whatever. So again, this Deborah and this Great Saiyaman will show up on any banner basically afterwards. So you don't really need to try and hunt for them. Then we get into the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which is here. Again, just like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Then you've got the Transforming Vegeta, which hasn't been around as long as Transforming Goku, but you kind of get the idea. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta is still one of my favorite cards to this day, even though I know he's been on a ton of banners and a lot of people hate him for being on so many banners. I still really like using this card myself. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is here, AGL, so that's that. Then we have into Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who just got his EZA on JP about a month or so ago. Month or two? About a month, yeah, give or take. So he's actually very good. He's definitely a good card. And then Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, okay? So again, a lot of these cards you've seen on a ton of banners. Probably a lot of decent amount of you have these cards. So it's tough to say sometimes if you really should be going, if you particularly as a player, I should say, should be going in on these banners. So yeah. All right, so before I go into the categories to kind of give my final evaluation on who I think, if you are going to summon, who you should go for one over the other. I know year 5 is coming up for you guys, for you global players. I know that the Vegito and the Gogeta are infinitely better. Their banners are better than this. And if I have to say it, just skip this banner, right? Just skip it automatically. If you don't even care about these cards, then you probably haven't, you're not even watching this video anymore. That's just the truth right there. But I will say this. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 Goku are very, very good cards. But I will say Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, I think, is the better card. Now, looking at their passives initially and everything, they're basically the same card. They are. But I still think that Vegeta is the better card because of his leader skills. That opens me up to what we're going to talk about now. Goku snags both the Super Saiyan 3 category and the Other World Warriors category, which I'm just going to be frank and honest. It's a crap category. It needs to be flushed out. It's going to be a while until it happens. It's whatever. It honestly is. So I'm just going to move on from there. You've heard everyone else talk about it. Vegeta, on the other hand, though, at face value, when you look at these two pictures that I'm showing you right here on DBZ Space, Super Saiyan 2 category doesn't look that much bigger than the Other World category. But that can be so much farther from the truth. The Super Saiyan 2 category is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite teams to run. And yes, I may sound biased, but guess what? It really is that good, okay? Let me break it down for you basically, okay? Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta here can be your leader. You can run the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, by the way, that you will have right here. If you happen to summon on both or you get lucky and get them very soon through your tickets or something. So keep that in mind right there, okay? Then you can go ahead and run something like the LR Inch Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who's always a really good card. The AGL LR Gohan is on here. He's very good to have in here. And this is the easiest way to get Super Saiyan Gohan here to actually transform, because this Vegeta is also the Revived Warriors category. Who is on the Revived Warriors category? Android 16. It actually somewhat makes sense to run Android 16 on this team just off rotation, because guess what? You can actually get this guy to transform a little bit easier, which is pretty cool, okay? Not saying most people are gonna do it. I personally don't do it myself, really, but it is something to keep in mind right there. Then, moving on, you have the ever-popular LR Kale and Khalifa that are on this team. You have the free-to-play units like the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku right here, the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, and the STR Majin Vegeta are both getting their EZAs during the celebration for you guys. These guys are both really good. Like, they are, they're awesome. Do not overlook these guys, all right? So these guys are really good to have. Then this Super Saiyan 2 Goku right here will get an EZA, which is really nice. He becomes a Super Saiyan 2 category support unit, which is really cool. And then he just buffs defense for everybody no matter what. But if you are in the Super Saiyan 2 category, then he gives them attack. So this guy can also be used on different teams, which is really cool. And it's a good category. Not to mention, it does actually mingle a little bit with the Revived Warriors category. You can throw on like the Super Saiyan Bardock if you want to be a decent support unit in there, especially when he gets an ECA in the future. And it works out. It seriously works out really well. It does. So yeah, if you can't tell already, I'm gushing. I am gushing over this Vegeta just because of how much fun it is to run this Super Saiyan 2 category. It really is. It's a lot of fun. It really is. So, all right. So we have covered pretty much everything I want to talk about. We have talked about the banners themselves. Okay. We have talked about the cards themselves, and we have talked about the categories that they bring. Final judgment call. I know a lot of people, again, like I stated before, are just going to skip this banner, and that's totally fine. But I do recognize that there are obviously tickets on here. Some people might throw some, a multi or two, go through one rotation each, maybe get lucky, and you're okay. Hey, I'm good to go, right? I am good to go. Maybe you pull an LR, maybe you pull the featured units of the Goku and Vegeta from the tickets or something like that, and that's totally cool, right? At the same time, though, I have to say, if you're a free-to-play player, skip this banner, right? I think it's pretty obvious as the thunder is going on behind me because it's been lightning and thundering for the last hour and a half here. Skip this banner, right? Now, if you are somebody who has saved up for, you know, the last 7-9 months or something like that, and you've got over 1K stones or something like that, maybe throw 150 stones into her, right? Because that's going to be one full rotation, which is 4 multis. Get a little bit of tickets, especially from your missions as well. Do some ticket summons, and boom, maybe you get them, right? But then I would stop, right? But if you're a complete free-to-play player who's under, like, say, 500 stones or something like that, probably the best idea to skip this banner. You know, it is, you know, again, it's your choice. I'm not saying you guys have to listen to me by any means. I'm just giving you all the information that is there. And some people might want Super Saiyan 4, Goku, and Vegeta. That's totally fine. You can use your red coins if you want to. I wouldn't really recommend it, but it is what it is. So anyway, guys, that is going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one. Jane.